Matlock returns Sunday, October 12th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
FBI moves to Monday, premiering October 13th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
For tomorrow, clearing skies, lots of sunshine, but still a bit chilly with those temperatures into the 60s. Great travel day for your Labor Day weekend. More details coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lily Simmons. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, single-family housing permits are up in the UP, contradicting a nationwide decline. We'll tell you why those numbers are shifting. And Marquette residents made their voices heard at tonight's e-bike task force meeting. We'll hear about their concerns and hopes for e-bike usage and safety. Plus, Newsweek has named a Lorium business the #1 historical bed and breakfast in America, and we've got a look inside. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
From the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in and a first look at your forecast as we head into tonight. We're still going to be feeling the effects of that major cold front from yesterday. So for tonight, low temperatures will be into the 40s, even a few 30s in there. Iron River into the upper 30s, mostly cloudy skies. But again, this is great sleeping weather. Air quality is nice, so you can open up that window, get some fresh air. Even tomorrow, we'll have some cloudy skies to start us off, but lots of clearing on the way, lots of sunshine, but still a bit chilly before things warm up for your Labor Day weekend. I'll have those details in just a few minutes.
In Michigan's capital, UP representatives are weighing in on the $78.5 billion budget plan passed by House Republicans on Tuesday. The House plan is about $4 billion less than last year's $82.5 billion plan. Representative Dave Preston tells WZMQ 19 the goal is to cut unspent or misallocated funds while maintaining strong support for roads, bridges, and schools.
That cannot be understated how transformational that can be. It is going to put a big injection in the arms of all of our local road commissions who desperately need it for these local roads.
Critics warn the cuts could strain essential services, but Republicans argue the plan restores fiscal responsibility and prioritizes local needs. Final negotiations are expected to heat up after Labor Day. While much of the country is seeing a decline in housing permits, single-family permits are actually on the rise in Michigan. WZMQ 19's Samuel McKnight explains what's driving that trend.
Michigan is going against the national trend when it comes to housing construction. While single-family housing permits are down about 5% nationwide this year, permits in Michigan have risen nearly 4%.
National numbers are down several percent year to date so far, and we're up almost 4% statewide. The UP is still up about 1.5% year to date.
Experts say the reason dates back to the housing crash nearly 15 years ago. Unlike other states, Michigan never fully recovered, and demand for new housing remains high.
Over the last decade and a half, we've been building at the very high end of the market. And really no starter homes per se. Today, a number of local governments, the state's doing a better job aligning different programs to try and help make the math work on more attainable housing.
Even with permit numbers rising, Filka says the state is still struggling to catch up with demand. High interest rates, material costs, and local zoning policies continue to hold back production.
There are so many different levels of action that are necessary. Getting local governments to be a partner for housing development. Historically, there's been an adversarial relationship between builders, developers, and local government. And if communities continue to deal with builders and developers in an adversarial way, they're going to invest elsewhere.
And beyond the numbers, he says more production at all price points helps the entire housing market, including renters.
All housing production impacts rental housing, rental apartments. The supply of housing in general has been constrained, and so that puts pressure on rents.
Filka says the trend is encouraging, but warns that communities need to partner with developers to attract new housing and investments to keep Michigan on the right path. Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News.
Marquette's special committee overseeing e-bike management held a public input session tonight to hear the community's thoughts on the issue. WZMQ 19's Andrew Hands tells us what attendees had to say.
This evening, Marquette's e-bike task force held a special meeting providing an update in their progress and allowing public comment towards the many angles that surround e-bikes in the area. So far this summer, the task force has worked alongside the city's engineering and public safety officials to coordinate a plan to introduce new local standards for the vehicles. Public comments included implementing ideas to better etiquette on bike paths, bike registration, and speed limit signs with proper enforcement.
What do we have? We have a people problem.
There's got to be consequences. That's number one. Speed limits. That would accommodate everybody.
If it had a license plate like we have in our cars from the city saying this is registered to somebody.
Another safety concern comes into play with the rule of keeping Class 2 or higher off Marquette's multi-use trail. This has become a problem as these bikers are now riding in busy roads rather than on a safer trail.
If I follow the rule, I have to be on the road. That is not safe. Nobody wants me to be on the road with my little kids.
If it was my child, I certainly wouldn't want them on the street.
For every restriction that we talk about bringing up, there's a caveat of it potentially excluding someone who wants to be able to explore Marquette this way.
The committee will continue looking into bike shops and rentals, as well as multiple trail networks on ways to improve the quality of e-bike usage. Along with meetings like tonight, they will eventually address everything to the City Commission by mid-December. In Marquette, Andrew Hands, WZMQ 19 News.
A landmark bed and breakfast in the Copper Country has just been named the best historical B&B in the nation. Our John Truitt got to tour Laurium Manor and has this report.
Built in 1908 by Thomas Hoetzen, a mining magnate in the area, the Laurium Manor sits proudly atop a list of some worthy competition for the best historical bed and breakfast by Newsweek magazine in their annual nationwide readers poll.
The thing that is so amazing about this contest is that it's by the guests, by our community, by the people that vote. And to be number one, and we're a small rural area, that is just amazing that there was just that much love.
36 years ago, Dave and Julie Springer purchased the rundown mansion intending to bring it back to its Gilded Age glory.
There was so much wrong with it. It was unlivable when we bought it. It had been vacant for 10 years. We've brought it back to the way it was originally, and that has been our goal all along.
The colossal mansion boasts 10 guest suites and 13 bathrooms in its 13,000 square feet. 4 floors of opulence from a bygone era.
We try to be very, very close to the history. We want to keep the historical fabric of this house because, you know, it's true. You want to be true to the house and the era.
The dining room is clad in white elephant skin wall coverings, extremely rare in any era. And room number 1, where Teddy Roosevelt stayed while on the campaign trail.
In fact, the bed that he would have slept in that night, we bought from the descendant of the Hoetzens. So we still have it up in room number 1.
Congratulations to Julie and Dave Springer, and to Laurium's Grande Dame, the magnificent Laurium Manor. In Laurium, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, President Donald Trump is pushing to establish a National Guard presence in other major cities. We've got the latest from Washington. And later, it's officially football season in the Upper Peninsula. Mike Ludlam joins us with some of the local highlights. Stay tuned.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Looking for a car that won't fall apart on the way home? Bam! Come to John's Auto where cars are clean, run great, and don't smell like french fries. Does your car need a tune-up? Bam! Service department. Do you want your car to sparkle? Bam! Detailing department. Need a quieter sister? Bam! Wait. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and the best detailing, come to John's Auto Marquette.
Transform your home with an 11% rebate from Menards. Beautify and protect your garage with Rust-Oleum floor coatings. Easily complete your project with one coat coverage. Rust-Oleum concrete and garage paint is just $35.49 after rebate. Transform your garage with rock-solid metallic floor coatings. Complete your project with a showroom quality finish in one weekend. A kit covers up to 125 square feet. It's just $143.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
There's Labor Day specials at Shunk's. In our clearance center, this Ashley sofa with a chase and the easy-to-clean fabric is just $6.69. How about this Ashley two-cushion sofa? Comes in a choice of colors for just $3.99. Now here's comfort. This high-back sofa with the pillowed arms is just $4.79. There's dining room specials too. This 5-piece set with built-in storage and it comes in a choice of colors is just $7.99. Mattresses, queen-size innerspring mattress for just $1.99. Shop Shunk's today.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
How to raise children.
Get out of here.
Door tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We are seeing how we did today. We know it was a chilly day. You definitely brought those layers, the jackets, the hoodies out, and you'll need it for tomorrow too. But for today, we had 58 degrees. That average is 72. We are well below average. We did stay rain-free. That will at least continue into Labor Day weekend too. We got that rain out of the way. Of course, we can't pick and choose our weather conditions, but let's get the rain out of the way and leave perfect conditions for your Labor Day weekend. We'll show it to you here on your First Warning Weather Futurecast. This time will advance, but really the only thing that changes is the cloud cover. Of course, you can't see the temperatures on here. That's another thing that will start to improve through the weekend. There might be a drop or two for Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Really not impressed by that. We have a major high pressure system that was right behind the cold front from yesterday, so we're not expecting a major rain system to impact any outside plans for your Labor Day weekend. I'll put on the future rain just for fun to show you if anything possibly fires up for Saturday. It might be a brief drizzle, very brief if that, really not looking at any rain. Perfect conditions in store for your Labor Day weekend. So looking at the region across the entire Upper Peninsula, Marquette, out to Escanaba, Houghton, and Newberry, everywhere in between. You put any city in here, we're looking at very similar conditions, sunshine, temperatures into the lower 70s for Saturday. We'll climb up to close to 80 degrees really for everyone on your Monday. So we'll have that final push of that true summertime heat before Labor Day, the unofficial end of summertime. We'll definitely get another blast of cold air in here as we progress into next week. But for the time being, any outside plans for your Labor Day, you'll still need that SPF. The UV indices will still be into that high range, basically 6 for Friday through Monday. And then we do dip down. We start to increase the cloud cover for Tuesday. So we're shifting gears to exactly 20 years ago. This was the week that Hurricane Katrina was gaining its strength in the open Gulf waters, and we've been taking you through its path day by day, all the way up until the anniversary tomorrow. So on this day, exactly 20 years ago, this was kind of round 2 of the rapid intensification. Yesterday was the round 1 of that. It intensified from a category 3 to a category 5 hurricane in less than 12 hours. So by about 1 o'clock, it had very major hurricane conditions, 175 mile per hour winds, and a central pressure of 902 millibars. Just for reference, the record low pressure central pressure for a hurricane in the Atlantic Basin was Hurricane Wilma, the same year, 2005, of 882, and your general thunderstorm pressure is about 1,008. So this tells us there was a lot of lifting going on. It had a very distinct eye, and there were evacuations set into place for New Orleans at the time. We'll update you on kind of the final step of that for landfall tomorrow. But bringing it back to right now, we know it's going to be chilly for tomorrow, and we'll get some nice temperatures back. We know how the weekend looks. Labor Day itself, beautiful A+. Then beyond that, we'll start to get some rain back into the forecast as well as dip those temperatures back down to some below average conditions.
President Donald Trump is escalating his push to tackle crime in major cities, but governors in states like New York, Illinois, and Maryland say he's overstepping his authority. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon breaks down the latest, including the clash over control of the National Guard.
We don't need his help. Chicago is the worst. These places are really bad. Next should be Chicago, because as you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now. I'm not walking in Baltimore right now. Baltimore is a hellhole.
As part of a sweeping effort to reduce crime that first began in Washington, D.C., President Donald Trump is now considering activating the National Guard in other major cities like New York, Baltimore, and Chicago.
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago. You are neither wanted here nor needed here.
There's no reason for them to come here.
In all states, the governors control the National Guard except for in emergency scenarios.
First of all, I'm the commander-in-chief of the National Guard here in the state of New York. I use that authority when I need to.
I am the commander-in-chief of the Maryland National Guard, not him. The reality is that he still needs states to be able to invite the federal government to come on board to be able to do that.
In the nation's capital, the president controls the National Guard, activated now for over 2 weeks to assist local and federal law enforcement. But in California earlier this summer, President Trump did deploy the Guard despite opposition from Governor Gavin Newsom by using a law that allows him to send in troops if necessary to repel invasion, suppress rebellion, or execute federal laws. The administration is reportedly eyeing that same method as the blueprint for other major cities. But without active ongoing protests, it could be more difficult to make the same case as California. In the meantime, President Trump working to build support for what could be a nationwide crime crackdown despite criticism from opponents.
So the line is that I'm a dictator, but I stop crime. But I'm not a dictator. I just know how to stop crime.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
In health news, we're looking at the mental health impact of a partner ignoring you to look on their phone and how certain foods may cause asthma in children. CBS's Michael George reports.
Kids' unhealthy diets could be linked to a severe form of asthma. A Children's Hospital of Philadelphia study found fatty foods that cause obesity can also cause lung inflammation in children. Researchers say these dietary fats, often found in processed foods, can even cause asthma in children who aren't obese. This type of asthma is even more difficult to treat than allergic asthma. New research suggests cannabis-based products could help improve insomnia. A study in the UK monitored insomnia patients for 18 months and found patients who reported taking cannabis-based medical products reported better sleep quality. The patients also reported less anxiety and depression, but more research is needed to see if the products are safe and effective as treatment for the common sleep condition. And does your partner ever ignore you to look at their phone? It could be causing some lasting harm. Researchers at the University of Southampton found people with emotional insecurities reported more depression, lower self-esteem, and greater resentment when their partner snubbed them to look at their phones. It also led to people retaliating by going online to get validation from others. Those are some of the day's top health stories.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, our own Mike Ludlam joins us live with tonight's sports highlights, including NMU's first football game of the semester. Stay with us.
For 1 week only, August 25th through September 2nd, get 3.9% APR for 68 months on select new and pre-owned vehicles at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Plus supplier pricing during our Labor Day sales event. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes! Time right! Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Get 4.75 APR financing on a rugged new 25 Tacoma. Or lease this well-equipped Tacoma for just $289 a month. And get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Do you wonder if playing the same Michigan lottery numbers over and over again improves your odds to win? That's actually a myth. You see, every set of numbers always has the same chance of winning because every drawing is random. Previous results have no effect on future drawings. So know the facts. If it stops being a game, call the helpline or visit our website. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
For 1 week only, August 25th through September 2nd, get 3.9% APR for 68 months on select new and pre-owned vehicles at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Plus supplier pricing during our Labor Day sales event. Together, let's drive Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Good evening, everyone. High school football kicks off tonight across the state of Michigan in Negaunee. For the first time in 8 years, Negaunee and Marquette meet on the same field. Marquette, the visiting team, so let's go to Miners Stadium. This was a wild first half. Jeff Nemi is the new Negaunee coach, taking over for Paul Jacobson. Marquette's second play from scrimmage. Sentinel quarterback Ford Richardson is hit by a blitzing David Jukovic. Miners recover the ball in Marquette territory. Contrast, second play for Negaunee. Junior quarterback Kyle Waterman deep. Evan Delangelo, the catch, he runs it in about 45 yards for the score. Extra point missed, 6-0 Miners. Oh, by the way, former Iron Mountain coach Robin Martel is keeping busy being tonight's referee. Early second quarter, Waterman on the option, pitches to Mason Sweener, breaks an arm tackle 5 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion good, Negaunee up 14-0. Marquette will put a nice drive together coming up here. 4th and 1 on the Negaunee 4. Shirley Ford Richardson would not hand it off. Oops, missed that one. And it's in the end zone for Landon Facio. 14-7, Negaunee still up by 7. Miners next series, Waterman, time to throw. Looking deep for Evan Delangelo again, and yes, we're going to call it the catch off the helmet theory. 32 yards down to the 2. Waterman stuck the ball over the end zone 2 plays later, 22-7 after another 2-point conversion. Sentinels with a big play. James Goodwin, the handoff. He breaks a tackle and right in front of us. That's good for 65 yards and a touchdown. The extra point is good. Marquette is back within 22-14. On the ensuing kickoff, oh, that dreaded phrase shows up again, even in the first game of the season. Evan Delangelo makes the grab inside his 5-yard line. 2 Marquette players go, but where's everybody else? Marquette runs into each other, and Delangelo is gone for about 95 yards and the touchdown. The Miners had a 30-14 lead at the half. Marquette scored the only touchdown of the second half, which means the Diamond Jubilee Trophy goes to Negaunee. 30-22. By the way, the series, I believe, is tied at 34 victories apiece. How about we go to Delta County, Kingsford, and Escanaba. 23rd year the Eskimos have had a Veterans Night, shaking hands before the game. Jack Kriegel of the Flivers is busy. He's going to find Owen Olkinen for the touchdown. Kingsford leads 18-7 at the half. Oops, they didn't make any extra points, though. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Nolan Bink, Alex Stahlberger to the far side of the field. The 2-pointer was no good, so Kingsford still led 18-13. About 3 minutes ago, jump pass, and that would be Bink to Stahlberger again. Escanaba leads 19-18. They made a 2-point conversion to make it 21-18. Kingsford looking for more. Oh, here's the 2-point conversion right there by Brody Eisen. There's the 3-point lead for the Eskimos. Now Kingsford starts a drive, and Jack Kriegel's looking for a receiver in the end zone, but Keegan Braun will make the interception, and Escanaba hangs on to get victory number 1 of the season by the count of 21-18. To the scoreboard, Iron Mountains, Kyle Johnson gets his first win, 41-22 over Houghton. Bark River Harris all over Westwood, 52-8. Lance is in the win column. Purple Hornets 26-6 over Hancock. It was Calumet 41, West Iron County nothing. East Jordan turned back Manistee 20-6, and Midland over Cadillac 35-21. Let's go to Munising ever so briefly. The Mustangs had a ceremony before their game against North Central. The field was dedicated to 1980 state champion coach Terry Sahan. The Mustangs defeated Houghton Lake 31-7 in the Class C regional final, excused Middleville Thornapple Kellogg 27-14 in the semifinal, and beat White Pigeon 19-7 at the Pontiac Silverdome nearly 45 years ago. Congratulations to Coach Sahan and the Mustangs for this honor. Unfortunately for Munising, the game did not go nearly as well. North Central an easy win, 43-8. Newberry edges Forest Park 22-20. Hurley doubles up Ironwood 28-14, and North Dickinson 4 better than Lakeland and Hubble 38-34. Norway no trouble with Stevenson 68-2. Rapid River Rockets passed Engadine 44-0. Pickford easily over Superior Central 58-0, and it was St. Ignace 38 and Brickley 6. Also, Anekama outscores Cedarville Detour 42-16, and Gaylord drops Rudyard 30-9. College football, no time to waste. Let's get going. Michigan Tech and Bemidji. We're going to pick this up in the second quarter. And a reverse to the far side of the field. Ethan Champney will go 22 yards, tiptoeing down the sideline for the score. Huskies back within 4 at 14-10. Still in the second quarter, Kingsford's Nick Nora will get a misdirection play, and the next thing you know, he's 14 yards into the end zone. Extra point missed. Bemidji State kicked the field goal and led 17-16 at the half. Salute. Third quarter, Alex Bueno to the former flivver again, Nora, and this is good for 3 yards. Huskies make the 2-point conversion, 24-17, home team, looking pretty good. Fourth quarter, check this out. Alex Bueno, a nice short pass to Jake Roof. And he's going to get some assistance from his offensive line, and next thing you know, the whistle doesn't blow, and roof. He's into the end zone for 47 yards. Bueno added a touchdown run. Michigan Tech is 1-0, 37-17 over Bemidji State. To the Superior Dome, and MU opening the campaign with Minnesota State Moorhead. Picked this one up in the first quarter, 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats on the option. Marquette's Austin Riddle hands to Jahi Wood. He breaks the tackle, and Heaton will score from 19 yards out. 7-0 Wildcats about 7 minutes into the contest. A short time later, Dragons quarterback is Jack Strand. He looks for a quick pass, but boom! Jack's hurdle jumps that pattern all over the place. He's going to take the interception, 53 yards for the touchdown. 14-0 Wildcats, hoping to break that 2-season-long losing streak. To the second quarter now, Duke Chauval connects with Jake Heemstra going against the grain. This 9-yard score gave the Wildcats a 21-0 lead, looking very good for the green and gold. However, Moorhead threw 2 short TD passes to climb within 21-15. Negauni's Nico Lukarainen burrowed a yard for a touchdown. 2-point pass failed. 27-15 Wildcats at the break. Third quarter. Jack Strand still slinging for the Dragons. He finds Gage Florence in a massive receiver confusion, not to mention secondary confusion. 25 yards for the score. Moorhead now in front after a 2-point conversion, 30-27. Move to the fourth quarter. Jack Strand locates Albert Carlson for a 30-yard score. Ooh, somebody bid on a fake there. That made it 44-34 Dragons. Wildcats added a field goal, but unfortunately the losing streak continues as Minnesota State Moorhead rallies for a 44-37 win. Elsewhere on the scoreboard, a couple of soccer scores on the boys' side to mention. Marquette turns back Houghton 4-1, and it was Petoskey all over Sault Ste. Marie 8-0. In high school volleyball, Forest Park dispatched Kearney NATO 3-0, and Superior Central defeated Big Bay Denac by the score of 3-0. Of course, the big news in sports today, after all that I know, the Green Bay Packers have acquired Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys. Edge rusher, okay. The Cowboys get in return 3-time Pro Bowl defensive back Kenny Clark and 2 first-round draft picks, 2026 and 2027. Parsons has agreed to a 4-year, $188 million contract with the Packers. That includes $120 million fully guaranteed. This is all according to ESPN. And Packer fans, I think they're probably pretty happy about this one, but of course we will wait and see. We will be right back.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Fox Marquette Subaru, get 3.9% APR for 68 months on select new and pre-owned vehicles. 1 week only, August 25th through September 2nd. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. With deals in the app, all day, every day.
Get free medium fries the day after the Packers win, only in the app.
Tourism has basically become one of the mainstays of the economy up here.
The Respect Marquette program is helping shape who visits Marquette and how they visit Marquette.
Protecting water and being part of organizations doing that work is essential.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. See the greatest names and the greatest games in all sports. Sports fans love it, and you will too. That's The Shortlist, only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Fox Marquette Subaru, get 3.9% APR for 68 months on select new and pre-owned vehicles. 1 week only, August 25th through September 2nd. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Welcome back. A final check of your forecast. We have some great conditions in store for Labor Day weekend itself. But before we get there, it'll be a bit chilly, especially tonight. We're starting to see some 30s into the area. Iron River, Iron Mountain, you'll likely be into the upper 30s, lower 40s. Everyone else, mid 40s to upper 40s with mostly cloudy skies. And into tomorrow, this is a great travel day for your Labor Day weekend. Not really looking at rain at all for the entirety of Labor Day weekend. It'll still be a bit chilly for tomorrow, but really once we clear tomorrow, we're really in for some true seasonal summer-like conditions. Your rain outlook, I'll still show it to you, but it does stay into that low range, very flatlined into that low range all the way through Saturday afternoon. And we'll do that for Sunday, and we'll do that for Labor Day itself, where we'll push 80 degrees. Some of us will probably see 80 degrees on Monday before we slowly dip temperatures back down to the 60s by midweek. And that's also when we'll get some more showers and thunderstorms back into the forecast.
Finally tonight, 20 teams hit the links today for a good cause. The First Tee Northern Michigan branch announced the start of a Marquette extension with a golf outing. First Tee is a nonprofit that works with children to teach them golf and life skills in fun, interactive ways. Teams at the Heritage Golf Course to raise awareness and money for the new extension. And if participants chipped a ball into the mouth of the mascot Golfopotamus, they were put into a raffle for prizes.
Being at the golf course for the kids that have this opportunity, golf is really a gift for a lot of people. It leads to so many opportunities in life. So to give that opportunity to kids that might not be able to go to the golf course.
First Tee also works with schools to provide scholarships for students. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 6.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.